You're watching Escape Adulthood Live, your number one source for long-lasting, fast-acting, physician-approved adultitis relief.
On this week's show, we're talking about long shots, underdogs, and levitating pies.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. This episode is brought to you by people like Heather Smart, Jeff Culver, and Pam Johnson. Their membership in the Wonder and Whimsy Society supports us in this work to fight adultitis. Thanks, guys.
Yes, if you'd like to annihilate the adultitis in your life, who wouldn't? Or just learn about the Wonder and Whimsy Society and be among the first to know about our newest offerings, become an insider at escapeadulthood.com/subscribe.
Indeed.
Oh, Humpday, and we're talking about pie?
I regret that I asked this question because I am hungry.
I'm sorry. I want to get in the car and drive to Sweetie Pies in Door County right now.
It's got the best cherry pie in the world because it's not overloaded with the goop.
Jason's not a big fan of the goop.
Cherry love. Now, for those of you who are watching this on replay, we usually cut out the pre-show countdown where we ask a question of the people who get here early. And we asked, what's your favorite kind of pie? And do we have some good ones?
Banana cream. So refreshing, Sharon.
Raspberry. How about, I like Paul, favorite kind of pie is in my belly. Key lime cherry or blackberry.
Oh, yeah, good one.
You reacted audibly to this one.
I did. Vanilla bean ice cream with like any sort of hot fruit pie. Oh.
Good stuff.
Good.
Pumpkin pie.
Yes.
Rhubarb, strawberry rhubarb.
Rhubarb?
Rhubarb. You know, that classic
all
rhubarb
right.
pie. Pecan pie.
No, do you say pecan?
Pecan.
It depends on what state you live in, right?
You say get in my belly.
Yeah.
Strawberry pie. Haven't had a good strawberry pie in a while.
Ooh.
Lemon meringue.
That's refreshing.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Healthy lemon.
Well, we'll be talking about pies tonight a little bit later. And
you did
it's not a bad thing.
Jason does the grocery shopping in our household.
But I do not do the baking. I know where you're going with this.
I know, but you could have ordered a pie, right? I was actually at a grocery store today. Oh! We did not quite get there, guys.
We're both to blame. What we did do, well, first of all, we have some news to share. A reminder, I guess, as it were. For Wonder and Whimsy Society members, tonight we're hosting a backstage. We're going to be hanging out on Zoom right after the show. Not super immediately. It takes us a couple minutes to fire up Zoom. But for Wonder and Whimsy Society members, it's kind of like a low-key, casual, fun, behind-the-scenes hangout. Just to chat for, half hour or so.
And don't feel like you have to put your camera on. Like, you could just be there and we could still talk to you, right? So if you're by that time I'm in my jammies, I really don't want, who cares, by the way? But if that's a thing, come anyway.
I have my pajama pants on right now.
No, he does.
Yes, I do. Look.
He does.
Yes, I do.
Oh, I'm in jeans. I got ripped.
Well, what can I say? All right. Well, one thing we're excited to share is there has been great progress on the studio renovation. I have had nothing to do with it. Although I've been ordering and getting the ancillary
behind the scenes
stuff. It's been kind of a pain in the butt. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We wanted to give you a little behind the scenes tour of that, where we are, the status of things. We actually remember when we were just excited about a hole in the ground, and we've moved beyond that. Now we have some walls and a roof is happening, and it's getting exciting.
Should we show 'em?
So I think we should just jump into it.
What is happening with this studio sneak peek today?
Very exciting. I have some great progress to show you on the new studio. So this isn't my art that I'm making, it's where I'm going to be making art. So our contractor has been kicking butt amidst the the good days and the raindrop days, and the walls are up. Half of the roof is up. This is going to be amazing. This is kind of designed to bring me into nature a little bit more. I had kind of a greenhouse idea as the inspiration, so a lot of windows in the front, windows on the side, skylights in the top. I am super excited about where we are at this. Took a lot longer to get to this stage than I thought we would, but we're here. We're making progress. So
we can go for a little trip inside.
Little tour up here.
All right.
This is going to be the official steps.
No.
Watch your head here on the.
Let's see tarp. If I can do this without falling. All right. All right. Yeah.
So this is the inside. You just walk through windows.
Yes.
And this is going to be all windows. I probably will have my easel set up here to be able to paint. My drawing table will be set here somewhere, and I'm going to have a chair. It's kind of like my prayer chair, my thinking chair, somewhere. Not exactly sure, but
so let's see if I can kind of give it. Oh yes, so there's kind of the money shot window up there. Those will all be windows. This is all windows, and then we have, of course, the sides.
Yep. And then behind
here,
you,
where I just came from. Oh yes.
The wall that will be torn down to allow that space in there. It'll be all one space. So in the back there is where my computer, my desk, my work desk stuff will be.
Worky work.
Yes.
Yes.
And super excited because I've never had all of it together under one roof in one room. It's always been kind of spread out or in the side of a bedroom somewhere.
There's my reflection. And, hey.
Yeah. So we're making progress. Excited to finally show more than a whole, which is what we've shown in the past, and we're getting close.
Yes, we can start to vision it now, can't we?
Absolutely.
It's exciting. Woohoo!
So more to come as it develops.
What do you guys think? I mean, honestly, 25-year plus dream, you guys, coming true. It's a little surreal for us. It's not even my room, but I'm like totally living it with you. And what do you think? Speechless.
Still a little speechless. Yeah. I mean, I'll be sharing more thoughts on this soon, I think. But I thought this was going to be done a year ago by now, and I was way wrong. So I kind of had to put myself in protective mode and just kind of not get too excited about it, because for a long time it was just so up in the air and we weren't even sure if we're going to be able to do it at all. But now it is getting real. Now it's kind of like the progress that's being made is like, oh crap, I have stuff I got to do to get ready for this now finally. And I have felt a little bit. I was thinking about this today. I've been feeling a little homeless, actually, professionally, in general this year, because my workspaces are all kind of scattered, and now even more so because I'm having to remove everything out of that studio space that I'd kind of set up temporarily. Now I'm partly in the great room. I'm partly down here. I'm partly in the bedroom. I'm surprisingly mentally taxing. So I know, first world problems for sure. But I am excited
to have it all streamlined, which obviously is the goal.
Yeah, right. I'll be excited when I am able to kind of not be focused on all scattered. My focus being scattered. It'll be good.
So I don't know. Now, this could be totally a Midwest thing. So, Paul, I don't know if you're joking or if you're just not like living in the Midwest. But yes, the hole in the ground was for a basement. I know you guys probably don't have those in Arizona, but you grew up in Ohio, so I'm thinking you had basements in Ohio. So we have a full basement that we did put in to be able to extend our workspace downstairs. And quite honestly, it's going to be just pallets of books because of all the inventory we have. So
yeah, fun fact. I didn't even know this. Where we are in Wisconsin, I kind of originally thought we would just put a concrete slab down, but because of what they call the frost line, something, they have to go deeper into the ground than you would think because of how the ground freezes to make sure it doesn't crumble. I don't know the specific science apparently. So to go down that far, then it wasn't really that much more expensive to go all the way down to a full basement. So we have a nice little pocket room that will be where we can store books and overflow, things like that. So
yes,
will actually be pretty helpful.
Rich is wondering if we're gonna have heat because it did seem a little open airish.
Yeah, it's a 1 season room. I'll be able to use it. We should have
showed you our garage, which is filled with windows. So
yes, it will be heated and insulated and all that. So
yes,
thank you all for the kind words and the excitement. We'll be sharing.
Maybe
them
Hildy,
along.
if we do have like a riggable, Hildy can come do some aero.
Yeah, she does a lot of
gymnastic, aerobic, circus type awesomeness in that space. Would that be possible?
I instantly regret that I didn't put a trap door in. That's what Rich is suggesting, a trap door for unwanted visitors.
Down to the basement.
Great, yes.
That's
Sharon says they can't have basements in their part of California. Water table is too high. I believe Texas doesn't have basements because the ground is too hard.
Yes.
So it's a different reason. It's too expensive
Martha
to go.
Says panic room.
Yeah.
Actually, it'd be
it's
the
always
perfect
a
room
panic
for a tornado, honestly, because there's no windows. You just hide out in there. So
yeah. So wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek on that. We will we'll share more as we get closer, and I'm excited to get the fun decorating parts into it. So more to come on that.
And now a word from our sponsors.
This is exciting.
Super cool opportunity here. So we have pretty much sold out of the Chance of Awesome books, the hardcover version. So we printed up a softcover version to replace it. So if you have the hardcover version, you have kind of a collector's item.
Yeah, we're not printing them again hardcover. This is the exact same size.
Same size, same book, same colors, just
except it's soft cover.
Soft cover.
So a little bit lighter to ship.
So yeah. And so you can't actually buy these yet anywhere. Unless
we don't sell our stuff, you guys.
Unless you email store@escapeadulthood.com. And as a special deal for people who are watching this now, later, might send out an email to our insiders as well, probably. Yeah. We're just going to do this for about a week. So limited time offer, 10 books for $100 plus shipping. So $10 a book.
Isn't really
they retail for $20, so it's half off.
Really good business on our part to be doing this. I'll be honest.
Probably not.
No,
but we're doing it anyway.
Let's do it.
Since when have we ever?
Then it's less books for us to move into that room.
Yeah, it's a good.
Okay.
I like that. However, now let's be honest. I know many of you, if you're watching this, there's a good chance you already have this book. It's currently your favorite book. You've read it 7 or 8 times. But we wouldn't dare ask you to let someone else borrow it because you never get it back. That's kind of a rule I have. Is like, don't let someone borrow something unless you're willing to give it to them.
Yeah.
So this is a good opportunity, especially now, we're coming out of the pandemic. It's a great chance to ask that question. Well, now that all this has happened, what does this make possible? That's what this book is all about. Is about changing the way you see and how powerful that can be. So if you know people, you like to use them. It's a great time for graduation presents, right? Yes. Father's Day right around the corner.
Yep.
Teachers' gifts, things like that. This might be a perfect solution to get a pretty inexpensive gift, $10 a piece.
Jane says, "Give me 10."
That looks great. There you go, Jane.
Yay,
all right. Well,
Jane.
What you got to do is you got to send an email to store@escapeadulthood.com, and Jenna will take care of you.
She'll probably take care of you during the show. That's how Jenna works.
It's sort of a secret way to get this deal because it's literally these aren't on the store yet. We do have a few hardcover ones left that we're going to sell those out first. So just wanted to share that in case it fits your gift giving needs or want to evangelize for this mission that we have going on to fight adultitis. All right, let's keep it moving.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
In December of 2016, I wrote the biggest check of my life. Not in size, but in importance. It was the final check to close out a business debt that totaled $100,000 back in 2008. We paid it off 7 months early, and for the first time since we launched in 2000, the business was completely debt-free. And that felt really, really good. Now, deep down, I always knew we'd pay it off, but it seemed like it would take forever in 2008, the year 2017 seemed a million miles away. And before that, as we racked up said debt, staying afloat while we tested business models, funded small successes, and a few big defeats, surviving, let alone thriving, seemed pie in the sky. At least it did when we spent 2 whole days at a craft show in Milwaukee and only sold $7.94 in greeting cards. Or when my hometown newspaper, who ran my comic strip free for a whole year, decided to drop it when I asked for $10 a week. Or when we were down to the last $100 in our bank account more times than I care to remember. Pie in the sky. Coined in a song written in 1911 by a Swedish-born American named Joe Hill, we understand pie in the sky as something good and pleasant to contemplate, but very unlikely to be realized. I don't know what the odds were of us actually building a real business with no experience, no proven business model, and no money. Were they as long as the Cubs rallying from a 3-1 series deficit to win the World Series? Or as unlikely as the Patriots coming back from 25 down with a little over a quarter to play to win the Super Bowl? The real question is this: how great does the deck have to be stacked against you before you give up, labeling your dream as pie in the sky? Only you can answer that, and every person has a different one. But we're often too quick to chalk something up as pie in the sky when it really isn't. It can keep us from even starting. It lets us off the hook thinking our dream was impossible anyway, because sacrifice and hard work and hope, yes, even hope, hurts sometimes. I don't say any of this to place myself on a pedestal. If I've done anything well, it's been to persist. But my persistence was fueled by a belief that God placed this dream deep in my heart and that He would see it through. Every day I woke up thinking this could be the day we got our big break and everything would turn around. Some of the things that seemed to be big breaks turned out to be pathetic spurts and epic fails. Mostly, we got a lot of small breaks that added up into something pretty great. It certainly tested every bit of my patience and nerve and good sense and made me question my sanity on more than 37 occasions, but here we are. Now, not everything is worth seeing through till the end. As we grow, our dreams and desires and priorities can change, but don't be tricked into stopping just because the odds seem long. Everything is impossible until it isn't. Yes, the odds may be long. Your stamina may be depleted. Your hope may be dim. But if the cause is great enough and your soul is on board and your motive is pure, keep going. You may be able to grab that pie and eat it too.
This one brings back a lot of emotion. Talking about 2008.
I thought it might.
I know. 2008, I was pregnant with Lucy, and we took on $100,000 of consolidated debt. It actually was a gift. Jason's parents helped us with that, with kind of how they did like a second mortgage on their house to be able to take all of our little debts and bring it to one place and be able to have lower interest rates. But it was defeating.
Yeah. Well, we also,
because go ahead.
I was going to say, we also went to my dad's boss to ask him for money, and that was rough.
Humbling.
Because, I mean, we barely knew him, and, you know, that was a difficult conversation to have. He was very generous and helped us out quite a bit. But it was hard.
It was, so to be able to look back on that and remember that and kind of relive that, that's a gift for today, because you do kind of forget where you came from sometimes when you kind of turn the corner.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And I love that Martha brought up Rich Strike. Oh, that was so epic. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys watched the Kentucky Derby, but the last place horse won. And our daughter Ro, who is the eternal lover of underdogs, picked him to win, and he won.
Yes. That's another little side story. Kim suggested that maybe we should place some bets on the horses because Lucy's into horses, our family's getting into horses, so we decided to dig into the Kentucky Derby, and I was like, oh, it'd be kind of cool if we all place like $5 bets. And long story short, I was like, I don't know how to figure it all out and all that.
We're not
we didn't.
The gambling type, so
but no joke. Rich Strike was the one that Jenny would have put money down on, and we would have made out pretty good had we done that.
I think you said if we would have put $5, she would have made $800.
No, I think if we would have put down 10, we would have won $800. But it was very inspiring to see. And again, a reminder that just because the odds are long doesn't mean it's impossible. So hopefully you get some inspiration from that story tonight, that monologue. Hope it is an encouragement to you. All right, you guys, let's get our crayons and colored pencils and markers and whatever you have to draw with. Could be a ballpoint pen and the back of an envelope. I love it when people just send in photos of the back of a bill. Love it. So let's start this one off tonight with a bumpy line that's going to be kind of in an angle. It's going to be kind of a bumpy like that, okay? All right. Now I'm going to draw another, more of a wavy line alongside of it. Okay. And then we'll connect these two edges to close this loop up here. All right. And then we're going to draw a line, angled line down like this. And another one like this to kind of make a triangle. Okay. Like that.
I think Stephen
coming together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, now we're going to draw a line down, angled like that. I'm going to draw another line parallel to that top line, but I'm not going to go all the way. I'm going to go to about right there. Okay. And then I'm going to draw an inner line, one here, and one that follows this one. Again, not going all the way to the end, but
crust action there.
A little crust, yep. Now, obviously, we can see that we're drawing some sort of a pie, although Paul has a good guess of the cheesehead hat. It could easily turn into a cheesehead hat. We're drawing a pie here, but not just any pie, a levitating pie. Now, you can make your pie whatever kind of pie you want. I am going to stick with cherry because that is my favorite. So I'm going to draw a couple little bumps like that. That's kind of, the cherry stuff coming out here. See what I did there?
Yeah,
just follow along.
I might make a different type of pie.
That's
so
fine.
I had to think about
you were
that.
confused
Nope.
there. Did I go too fast? Too confusing?
No, I just have to think about the layers.
All right. So under here, the reason I left a little space is because I'm going to draw a little drip. Like the little goop dripping down there. All right. Now, in my pie, I'm just going to draw some circles at random spots to indicate the cherries. And you can do whatever you want there. All right. Now we're going to add some little character here. Oftentimes the cherry pie will have some slits in it. So I'm just going to draw some little teardrop shapes here. And then I got to put a little smiley face on this pie. And I'm going to do it kind of...
Can you do me a favor?
Sideways, yeah.
Off to the side, can you show me how I'd put a little dollop of Cool Whip on the top?
Yeah, that could just be like a little dollop, like a little teardrop there.
Okay.
Kind of like that.
Oh, all right.
Do that.
That's easy enough.
And you could give that guy a little smiley face too. It's also looks a little bit like a little drop of blood. So just all depends on the color, you guys. All right. Now, as I said, this is a levitating pie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little base down here, a little curved line that's going to be my ground area. And then I'm going to draw some scribbles in here to make it look like it's grass, but it's a shadow. See how this kind of gives it that shadowy look just by having it under the pie. And I'm going to do a callback to what Stephen thought this might be in the first place. I'm actually going to draw some clouds in here. So we've got the whole pie in a sky thing going on. So just some scalloped little round tops.
Cute.
Right? And that's pretty much it. Then you can just kind of add in your color. And we'll do with a little crusty. I'm gonna give you a little tips for making it look a little bit more realistic.
Okay. I would like to know, if you're drawing along, put in the comment what kind of pie you're making. Because I'm making chocolate, or French silk, which is one of my favorites.
Is definitely, I think of French silk, I think of you.
Yep. So that's one of my favorites.
And I think it's a gigantic waste of calories.
No. It is for your belly, but not mine.
It is, yeah. Yep. For me, it's a gigantic waste of calories.
It's true. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Blueberry from Mary. Don't want to ruin the surprise. All right, Steven. I'll buy that because you will send it in. I know you will.
Steven's a regular contributor.
Heidi says blueberry. Oh, sweet. Dave says, I choose apple pie with a crisscross crust.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, that's
all right.
Classic. Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I'm going to put some, just get some green grass down here. Color this in. This would be the part, if I had unlimited amount of time, I would just add in all kinds of details and take my time. But I'm usually pretty rough here because I want to bore everybody.
Oh, I don't think you're boring people. And Christy Ward is also making French silk. So
all right, well, I'll be anxious.
There's something about myself and Christy Ward. We have some little connections over the years.
Got a similar vibe going on.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. She knows where it's at.
All right, let's see. Some little tricks for those of you who are doing any kind of a fruit pie in particular is I'm going to put some little highlights here because you got that little shiny stuff going on. So adding some highlights up in the goopy area.
I like the red.
Right.
I kind of wasn't paying attention.
Just little highlights. Now I'm going to do some actually white. Make it even look more. Just to give it that little feel. Now, if you are going in the other direction, I'm working dark to light because I'm using this Procreate, this app on the iPad. But you could also go darker by basically just adding shading in certain parts of it. And it'll give you a very similar look of that kind of goopy, shiny, liquidy stuff. Now, the other thing is you can get some, darker brown, and you can just draw some little hash marks in here, random intervals, and it just kind of gives it a little bit of a texture feel to it, right? And then what I might also do is I might get some kind of like a reddish, and I'm actually going to switch to my airbrush mode, but this would work with crayon really easily because you can just do it lighter.
Okay.
Is just do a real light. So I've got let's see how big this will be. Yeah, so I'm going to do little browned edges.
That's so cute.
Where it's a little browned. Yeah. And give them a little face. Mm-hmm. And I might put some highlights. Again, taking the, what was that painting? It's this one. No, it's the Little Pine, I think it was. Ink bleed, that's what I use, yeah. Go a little bit brighter.
I know. Victoria's like, I'm so hungry for cherry pie right now. I want French silk pie so bad, right?
Now, here I'm doing just real scratchy, right? Because the scratchiness, if it's, it gives you a little bit of that texture, that flaky texture of a crust. So that's a little... The marks that you use can have a help you get across what the actual texture is of the thing, right? Mm-hmm. And of course, I've got those little slits in there. I got to add the little cherries peeking through. Right.
Kristen reminds us that if your pie's a little wonky, it could just be the first piece out of the pan.
Oh yeah, geez, right? The first piece. This is like the last piece that I drew that looks perfect, but and that first piece.
Full circle, Christy Ward said they just had free pie at Perkins to celebrate a big debt that they paid off.
Oh wow!
So how cool is that?
That's pretty cool
connection. It's almost like it's almost like you knew we were going to talk about this or something.
All right, Kim. Well, I think you did an amazing job. I think people need to see this French silk pie.
Right?
Great work.
My dollop of whipped cream was too small for my preference, so I added a couple more.
That's good.
I can't wait to see yours.
Yes, please send your drawings to kj@escapeadulthood.com. We love looking at every single one of them.
So much fun.
Even if they don't make it into the show, sometimes we get too many that we can't show them all. But
like old school here.
Yeah, I went totally old school with a bunch of. This was back in January. It was kind of a catch up. She did a bunch of them and sent us, and we've said that. Like,
I love it.
You don't have to just show us the one from last week. Show us one you did that you just maybe you just joined us on this show and you didn't realize that we have dozens and dozens and dozens of these. Yeah. So we like seeing them. Lori did a great job on this snowman, making them green. I like that artistic choice. And Rich a little while back sent us these ugly cookies that we drew. Great work there. Love this one from Jennifer. This was from a while back of these roosters.
Whimsy.
She kind of tied in the Marty, made it look like Marty the chicken and the funky chicken. That's what that was.
Yes.
And then last week we did a shark, and so Polly submitted this cute one of this kind of not so great. Is that what we called it? Yeah. Not so great white shark.
But look at swimming towards the hope.
Swimming towards hope. I love it, and I love that little twist. So. Thank you, Polly. Thank you, all of you, for submitting your drawings. Please send them in this week. They're really fun for us to see you guys having fun with it. So, but I can't wait to talk about this next little thing. I think this is a real small, tiny thing that anyone can do that will totally make Adultitis mad. I found on the internet the world's most accurate pie chart. The gray silver part is pie I have eaten, and the yellow part is pie I have not yet eaten. World's most accurate pie chart.
This reminds me of Parks and Rec, the announcer guy, or the
Purred Hapley.
This is the pie I have eaten, and this is the pie I have not eaten. So all you Parks and Rec fans will get a smile.
Also, a fun tip, as I was researching this, I came across another one that reminded all of us that if you eat a pie with a spoon without cutting it into pieces, and if you eat the entire pie, you technically only had one piece of pie. So whatever you need. All right. All right. Well, one of the things that we wanted to share is a little fun thing we put in the April mystery mailing that went to Wonder and Whimsy Society members, and looks a little bit like this. It's a Post-it note
pad,
Post-it little pad, and it says things I want to do this week, and there are 7 boxes, 7 lines, technically one for every day of the week, and we had some people who shared what they had done. And this was inspired. We got to do a shout out to Rachel, because Rachel showed she kind of started the ball rolling.
I think it's probably obvious to you guys who aren't Wonder Whimsy what the point of this would be, but we shared this in the letter. Is so often our to-do lists are filled with all the shoulds, all the have-tos, right? All the adultitis related stuff like oil changes and grocery shopping and laundry. And that's not on this list, you guys. The things that get on this list are things like, we have some examples here.
So Rachel put a bunch of hers on here, and of course I can't read them all. I see Grill Out is one of these. A Kara video. Kara Tracy, who's watching tonight, she does amazing yoga videos. And Kara, while you're here, if you want to throw your link in the comments of your channel so people can see your yoga videos, because they're pretty rad.
I want to know what this London fog latte is. That sounds amazing.
Yes.
Number 1.
Yes.
Write in your new journal.
Be outside a lot, she said. Oh, and look at there. There is the smiles returning to their faces sticker. That was one of the stickers. We always put at least one sticker that I designed just for Wonder and Whimsy peeps. Now, of course, if you're not a member of Wonder and Whimsy Society, you can use just a regular piece of paper, of course. It's not like you can't do this without it.
Do these things,
but you really should consider joining when the doors open in August. But we had some other people who contributed. So Mary E. put some of hers up. Hang wall planters, plant herbs, work on garden bed, cuddle with pups, get my car back from the shop. Yeah, I could see where that would be a want to do. But a lot of cool nature stuff and the exercise thing. So
even
that's
just
cool.
cuddle with pups, it could be something that you think you're gonna do it, but it's just time just goes by, right?
Yeah. We all know that if it makes the calendar, it usually gets done.
Yep.
The stuff we want to do rarely makes the calendar unless it's a vacation or something big. But why can't you put the little things on there, right? And then there's Kara. Paint rocks, eat birthday cake. I think this was in preparation of her birthday.
Yes, happy belated
week
Kara.
or birthday.
Yes.
Coming up, eat Mexican food, go for a walk, yoga, read, nap.
I love her list.
Yeah, what's wrong with any of those things?
Can I take your list and eat birthday cake? I love that meme that goes around that's like, turns out, no, you can buy a birthday cake tonight and eat it, and no one will get mad at you. You
have to show your driver's license to prove it's your actual birthday.
But it was your birthday, so I hope it was awesome.
Yes. So, I hope that you will take this inspiration and whether it's going into this weekend or the week ahead, make your own want-to-do list.
Right.
Not just the have-tos and the boring chores.
All right. I did not, I am sad to say I didn't notify last week's winner, but he's on tonight. That's how far behind I am in my inbox. My inbox is a dumpster fire. So if you've emailed me and I'm a little behind, it's nothing personal. Dave Timmerman, you're our winner from last week. I was going to email you today and did not. So you will be getting the gift card that fell on the floor here. But we're going to do another one tonight for a new winner.
Yes, we are. So oftentimes I have kind of a funny question, but this one I kind of thought would be a little bit more inspirational. And I'd love to know, what is your favorite underdog or comeback story, whether it's real or fictional? So something you witnessed, a sporting event or a movie that you love, or anything at all. Because I think having the examples that we're about to get in, that in and of itself is a great reminder. Like Han Solo said, never tell me the odds, right? And I have a special Funko Pop that I just got recently that kind of fits for this. Yeah. By the way, here's my sweatpants there. A little extra for you. A little Rocky Balboa. One of the classic underdog stories of all time is Rocky. So that would be up on my list. What about you, Kim? Do you have one that comes to mind?
Well, in fact, after the Kentucky Derby, we watched, now I'm going to forget the name of it. Seabiscuit. And it's got Tobey Maguire, who, of course, we talked about being all into the Spider-Man movies recently. So that was a good tie-in for the kiddos who loved Tobey Maguire. But that was a neat story. And I really appreciated just how heartfelt that was. So most recent, top of mind.
Yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm. Well, Rich weighs in with my favorite real story, which is the Cubs winning the World Series. Yeah. And that's a good one.
Yep.
Kelly with Rocky.
Nice.
Yep. I don't know if she actually said Rocky or if she was just recognizing Rocky, but either way.
Rocky.
Let's see. Here's a good one. Slumdog Millionaire, Mary says. Remember that one? It's been a while since I saw that. But that was a good movie.
Powerful.
Here's another good one. Roy Hobbs in The Natural. I still have the CD with that song music. That music is classic. Frodo Baggins, favorite underdog. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Brewers today came back from 4-run deficit to beat the Astros. Hey. There you go. There's a what's the word? Something that means recent, timely. Yes. Me good with words.
Taboo tonight.
Yeah. Strictly Ballroom. I'm not sure what that is. Sounds like maybe it's a movie, perhaps.
Yeah.
Sky High.
I don't know that either.
The Minions.
This is gonna be fun to look
Minions
at.
movies.
Aww. They're so cute.
Bill says none. He doesn't like underdogs.
Oh.
Why do I have a feeling Ellen is just speaking for Bill again?
Is Ellen mad at Bill?
Has done in the past. I don't know. Bill maybe is the kind that likes the New York Yankees and any Tom Brady team and
Peyton Manning,
the Empire, stuff like that. Miracle Mets, 1969. That's a good one.
I have no idea, but I bet it's cool.
Here we go. J.K. Rowling, single mother, supported by welfare, 5 years prior to publishing Harry Potter.
That's a good story.
And things worked out.
It turned
Things
around.
worked out, yeah.
It turned around.
She's still scraping by, but it's not welfare at least, so it's good. How about just Harry Potter? The real story, and then the fictional, the character. 49ers over Packers. Cuts deep to the Packer fans.
Ooh, yeah.
But, I was.
Not being a Packer fan, we're not going to feel emotional about that.
Dave is a big movie buff, so he is weighing in that Strictly Ballroom is, in fact, a movie, and it is awesome.
All right. I take your advice.
And Steven is campaigning hard for Sky High.
Okay.
That one's familiar to me, but I don't know that I've seen it, but I think I know what that one is. How about Super Bowl in 2003? Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Oakland Raiders.
Interesting. There's a lot of sports history here tonight.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Al Bunt, when he scored 4 touchdowns in one game for Polk High. There you go.
I have no idea what sport. Oh, touchdowns. Okay. I'm like, Al Bunt, Polk High. I got nothing. I'm sorry.
The Koteckis. There we go. Favorite
Brenda,
underdog.
Yeah.
I'm back. Thank you, Brenda, for that. Let's see. 8 seed Carolina beating number 1 seed Duke in the NCAA basketball tournament.
Nice.
Ellen says, Bill typed both of those. I'm innocent and a Packers fan. I knew Bill had to have had something to do with the 49ers. I knew he was a 49er fan. I didn't know you were a split household.
I didn't know either.
That's got to be difficult.
That's challenging.
Jeff Jones says Al Bundy. It's not Al Bunt, Al Bundy. I thought maybe that's what he was referring to, but I wasn't sure.
Darn auto tank.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. How about you? Did you say one for you besides the Cubs?
Paul Blart, the mall cop.
We watched that recently. He is very endearing, which how can you not like him?
Yeah.
The actor, I can't think of his name.
Kevin James.
Yes, super good. How about you? Did you say one?
Yeah, Rocky and the Cubs.
Yeah. Okay.
Real and fictional. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So
good ones, guys.
Good stuff. I mean, that kind of gives us all some things to remember and movies to watch, and it's a good reminder that, like I said, as Han Solo said, never tell me the odds.
We actually started over with Little House on the Prairie this past week because our youngest doesn't remember any of it, which happens for the youngest, and the other two were all in. So I think the Ingalls family is also a big underdogs.
Yeah,
right?
That's a good point.
Especially the first 2 episodes. Linda, we'll have to talk about it. I'm like reliving it again. And we were like talking about you. Like, Linda will know. We have to talk details with Linda.
Yeah, she has a steel trap for Little House.
Jason's mom. Yeah.
Amazing. Along these lines, the prescription this week is very simple. Keep going. I'm sure someone watching right now is in the middle of a downtime. Maybe you're in the middle of feeling doubtful, or you want to throw in the towel, a slump. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe you need to hear this message to just keep going, because advice I got from a friend years ago that always helped me is when you're ready to throw in the towel, promise yourself you'll just give it one more day. Because thinking of doing this for infinity is overwhelming. But if you say, I'll give it one more day, I'll tell you what, it never fails. Next morning, you get up, sun comes up, and you just get a little bit of momentum, just a little something.
How many days do you think that advice bought us?
Like, how many days did I have to do that?
Because
what bought us was thousands of days, right? Where I wouldn't give up. But
hearing that advice from someone in real life,
probably at least a dozen over the course of 12, 15 years, something like that. So, well, the days where I really, really was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So hopefully that will be an encouragement for you. And just a reminder, if you like to be encouraged,
no,
we invite you to be a part of the Escape Adulthood League, which you can find at escapeadulthood.me. It's totally free. It's sort of like Facebook without all of the crazy people. And it's politics free. It's pretty much negative free. Although we do, we do have hard times. We get encouragement from one another. So it's not like it's all daisies and roses and all that.
Land, right.
It's not Pollyanna land, but it is a supportive community of Adultitis Fighters. We'd love for you to be a part of it. Check it out at escapeadulthood.me. And if you haven't been there in a while, come on in. We got a lot of good activity going on, a lot of cool polls and questions and fun things and memes that people are posting. So it's a great way to get encouraged throughout the week.
Stephen makes a good point. There are crazy people there, but the good crazy.
True.
Right?
True.
Not
Very
the judgmental kind.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see. Kirsten, I had a sign made. I threw in the towel. God threw it back and said, "Wipe your face. You're almost there." That's a good one.
I love that.
There's a sign. I don't know if it's apocryphal or if it's a real quote from Einstein or Thomas Edison or something that said, "People give up not knowing how close they were to success." And that was one of the lines, honestly, that kept me from throwing in the towel, because I'm like, well, what if tomorrow's the day? What if tomorrow's the day Oprah calls? Then I didn't want to miss that call.
And then the Oprah show went off the air.
Yeah.
And then you just picked a new person.
And what if today is the day Ellen calls?
And then her show's gone now. So
and yet,
and
like
here
I said,
we are.
Little tiny breakthroughs, little dominoes. So anywho, okay. Wonder and Whimsy Society, hang out on Zoom. We will be there very quickly. Give us a second to sign off and get that all set up. But for the rest of you, that is it for this show. Until next time, Adultitis Fighters.
Shine on, spread whimsy, and be awesome.